So as many people have talked about it and realized, Tom Holland's contract for the MCU seems to be up after Spider-Man Far From Home. But then again, they seem to be talking about the future of the character, so there's a lot of confusion. Let's talk about what a lot of people and scoopers have been saying lately, and the fact that Spider-Man is not actually going to be an entire trilogy. Obviously, the MCU is known for its trilogies for its standalone characters. Captain America, Thor, Iron Man, Ant-Man obviously is going to get one. You know, you're going to have Black Panther, Captain Marvel. But Spider-Man seems to be the most interesting one. As recent rumors have pointed, and there seems to be some evidence backing this, is the fact that Sony and Disney are going to have an agreement to continue Spider-Man in the MCU. Not just that, he's not only going to, have 2 or 3 movies in the MCU as standalone. Apparently they're looking at more, possibly 4 to 5, to make it a non-standard MCU entry. And essentially this is being looked at in a different way because they want to establish Spider-Man as somebody that can pass the torch down the road, essentially looking at future iterations of the character such as Miles Morales. Now at the same time you have to realize that Spider-Man is young compared to everybody else, right? He's still very new. He's very much a naive character compared to everybody else, and he has a lot of room to grow. And when you really think of it this way, and you start looking at different elements of it and what they could possibly be doing with the character, it's all kind of evident, right? Realistically, they seem to be setting up some sort of version of the Sinister Six. Maybe you get that in the 3rd Spider-Man movie, and that could work, right? But beyond that, the character is still going to be very young, so they're probably not going to kill him off, and they're going to keep going down the road. And what else is kind of suggestive of this being true is the fact that Sony seems to be very confident in a Spider-Man-less universe that they started with Venom. And even if they want to introduce their own Spider-Man, it seems to be that things could be worked out there to kind of hint towards this, that both parties would be comfortable with. And realistically, I don't see a problem with this. I think many of us want Spider-Man to stick around in the MCU for a while. Having such a young actor cast, I think, is clearly an indicator of this is what they're doing. This is what's going to happen, and they're not going to play around with this. He's going to stay around. And is anybody going to really argue against this, right? Like, you're not going to give him a trilogy. Be like, all right, Peter's retired and he's 18. No. They cast young for a reason, and that's what they're doing. So, sounds pretty awesome to me, and I'm inclined to believe all this because that's literally what it looks like out there. Like, they're not going to play around with what's been working. It's a great partnership for now.